You don't hate him enough. You don't hate him enough. What I'm about to read to you, I'm going to read in its entirety, and then I need you to tell me how any of you are okay with it. In Matt Gaetz' scandal, circumstances left teen vulnerable to exploitation. A 17-year-old with a homeless parent wanted money for braces and ended up having sex for money with powerful men. She wants the public to have a fuller understanding of how she was victimized. She was 17 and a junior in high school in Florida. She was working at McDonald's and she was living in and out of a homeless shelter. Hoping to save up to buy braces to fix her teeth, she falsely advertised herself in 2017 as 18 years old on a website that matches men looking for companionship with young women looking to make money. What followed would set off a chain of events that would have a dramatic impact on her life and help her upend the political career of one of the men she would encounter, Representative Matt Gaetz, the Florida Republican. Mr. Gaetz was investigated by the Justice Department for child sex trafficking but never charged. Following the election last year, he was President Trump's first choice to serve as Attorney General. He subsequently resigned from Congress, then withdrew from consideration as Attorney General under the storm of scrutiny. A bipartisan Health Ethics Committee investigation later determined there was substantial evidence that he had sex with a 17-year-old, and the report included testimony from the girl about how she was paid by Mr. Gaetz for the sex. For all the public furor over Mr. Gaetz, who always asserted that he broke no laws, even as a House Ethics Committee found he violated Florida's statutory rape laws, the attention has been given to the story of a girl, how it came to be exploited, and how she coped with what happened to her ensuing political scandal. Last month, in response to a request from McClatchy newspaper chain, a federal judge in Florida unsealed court documents from a related civil case that shed some light on her background. The documents, including a description of the girl, said at the time she met Mr. Gaetz, she was then homeless 17-year-old high schooler. In response to that disclosure, the New York Times reached out to the girl's lawyer, Laura B. Wolf, who agreed to confirm some basic biographical information about her client, providing details for the first time of how the girl's circumstances led to the encounters with Mr. Gaetz. Ms. Wolf said her client believed the public should have a fuller understanding of how she was fully victimized. Through the website, in April of her junior year in high school, she met Joel Greenberg, a local Florida tax collector who was becoming a friend and ally of Mr. Gaetz, according to the court document. Much of what followed has been documented in other inquiries and legal proceedings, including the Ethics Committee investigation. Mr. Greenberg first invited the 17-year-old to a meeting on his boat, according to court documents. At the meeting, they did not have sex, but Mr. Greenberg paid her $400, the document said. Around that time, Mr. Greenberg gave her ecstasy and told her to try it at home. Shortly thereafter, Mr. Greenberg contacted the girl again, and they ultimately met up at a hotel where she had sex, according to court documents. For that, she was paid another $400, and the court documents said. In the months that followed, Mr. Greenberg, using his personal credit card and for one of the local tax collecting offices he was in charge of, would have sex with her 7 times for money before she turned 18, the document said. Often during those encounters, he would give her ecstasy and would pay the girl and other women additional money for taking the drug during sex. On July 17, 2017, Mr. Greenberg asked the girl and others to attend a party at the home of Chris Dornworth, a former Republican member of the Florida State House of Representatives, who at the time worked as a lobbyist for the Ballard Partners, which is run by a major Trump fundraiser. Court documents describe the party as involving alcohol, cocaine, middle-aged men, and young, attractive females. Mr. Gaetz, then 35, attended the party along with his girlfriend. At the party, the girl who was 17 later testified both cocaine and ecstasy were offered to her. She took the ecstasy and drank, according to court papers. She testified that she danced naked in front of Mr. Dorworth and swam naked in his pool. The Ethics Committee heard her testimony say the girl twice had sex with Mr. Gaetz that evening, and a court document quotes her as having testified that she had sex with him on a pool table or air hockey table. She testified that Mr. Dorworth saw Mr. Gaetz have sex with her on the table and then laughed about it with other partygoers. Mr. Dorworth has claimed that he was not at the home at the time, an assertion undercut by the phone records that became part of litigation in the case. The girl later told congressional investigations that she saw Mr. Gaetz use cocaine that night. For having sex with him twice, the girl was paid $400, according to the testimony she gave the Ethics Committee. That fall, the girl moved to live with a family member in Texas, according to Ms. Wolf. She did not complete her senior year in high school. She continued to work minimum wage in the food service industry. Ultimately, between the money she made from her interaction with men in the food service industry, she was able to save up enough money to get braces. Several years later, Mr. Greenberg came under investigation for trying to undermine the political opponent in an upcoming election by mailing fake letters to the school where the opponent worked as a teacher, claiming the opponent had sexual relations with a student. You don't fucking hate them enough. A 17-year-old in a homeless shelter wanted braces because she was working a minimum wage job trying to go to high school and survive. And these fucks did that. You don't hate them a fucking enough. I need to know Magda's excuse at this point. What is it? What is it? Tell me how you're okay with this. Tell me. I need to know. You don't hate them a fucking enough.